In terms of coming on time, I acknowledge the fact that maybe some of you guys are working at night. That's possible, no problem with this. I really appreciate your efforts, but you need to try to be on time. Either way, you're gonna find out the way to sleep after this for sure. I mean, try to be on time because now there is no traveling. There is nothing. Basically, you just is even you could wake up 5 minutes before. You could stop on your laptop or computer and you could start it right away. So I mean, for me, there is no excuses somebody to start at 8:30. Now, sometimes because of internet, it happened to me as well. You could lose connection. You could something could happen. I had one of your colleague now. He sent me a message. So use the mule for this and say, sir, I have problem with internet connectivity. At the moment, I'll join in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whenever I fix the problem. And if you cannot fix the problem, let me know. Again, send me another message. It's something which is weird, or it is something which is beyond my knowledge. I cannot fix it. I'm waiting for technician and so on and so forth. So, do it in the way the normal communication goes. Use the mule for this. So you have a proof after this that you had some problem. Even though I might mark you absent, that means you have something which will excuse your absences after this. Now you need to understand that because you are international students, we are obliged by the law, by the Ministry of Education here in Quebec, we to mark absences if the person is not in class. Doesn't matter where the person is. Maybe he's at the moment sick, or maybe there are some emergencies. Your boss call you to go to work and so on and so forth. Everything is normal. Just send a message or try to get a note about what's happening. So after this, when the administration asks you, okay, you missed this day, what's happening, just to show this and to say that was the reason, right? So it's a normal thing. Everyone will take care of this, but you need to understand, we as teachers, we are obliged to mark people who are not in class that they're not in class. That's what the meaning of, this is the meaning of the absence, okay? So that just acknowledge the fact that someone is not in the class, okay? So don't come to me and to say, sir, please excuse my absence. I mean, I don't know where you were in this point. Or, I mean, I presume most of the people doing nice thing, but if you rob a, if you rob a bank at the moment, or if you have a accident outside with the car and something like this, and the police after this come and look for you. I mean, I know it's ridiculous now, but sometimes that might be the fact. So if you're late or if you are absent, don't ask me to excuse your absences. Just prepare your documents well, or send me an email. All of this after this, you could prove what happened and what was the reason. Okay, so that's how with the absences is working. I don't know what the other teacher does. That's my class. I try to follow exactly what the college asking us to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. For me, the being in class is very, very important, and being class on time, not 5 minutes late, not 15 minutes late, not 1 hour late. Every 5 minutes, today will be an exception, but every 5 minutes I see people are not here. I mean, and I didn't receive anything from them. I will mark them absent for an hour, and I'm gonna check this all the time. And be advised that the Zoom system is used because it's taking very nice log of who is entering and who is going out of online class. So for me, even I didn't know, I don't need even to check the list which I'm seeing at the moment. There is a log of this. Okay. After finishing the class, I go to log and I make a screenshot of it, and I see who is there, who came when, and who came out. Okay. So I mean, we cannot. I mean, it's not really smart trying to trick the system. If somebody tries to do, I don't believe somebody tries to do, but just saying, be sure, don't do this thing, guys. Be on time, stay during the whole class. That's very, very important. Don't just come and afterwards go out. Okay, that would be logged. I'll see this on the electronic log which I'm receiving afterwards for Zoom. I'm open because that is a fact. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. Now, the other thing, I'm not going to record you except when I'm recording a video. Now, that's the moment, that's what I'm doing at the moment. But I'm not going to use Zoom for this. I'm using something which makes actually better movies. And these movies I'm going to put into YouTube after this, and the link I will put in the system, which I'll show it to you. I gave you already information how to do it. In 1 minute, I will start showing you how to use it. So be advised that at certain point, if you're asking me something, I always say when I'm recording, but be advised when you're asking me something, or if you show your face, you know, when I say that I'm recording, you will be recorded in this case. So be advised about this. Now, taking recording without consent here, you know, it's not a good thing. So if you try to record me, please be sure you're gonna advise me before this, so you to have my consent as well. Okay, so if somebody wants to record me, I mean, just ask me and I will tell you if I agree or no. It's the same. That's why I'm saying at the moment I'm recording this session, so to put it in TACFP site, so you guys easily afterwards, if you miss something, you easily to find it out afterwards, because I'm going to show you today many stuff. You easily to find out them, and you guys obviously to you know, to fix the thing easily. But at the moment I'm recording the session. Once again, I don't use the Zoom. I'm using another tool which is for my from my experience does much better as a quality, and also as the videos are much smaller in size. Okay, any questions up to now, guys? Any questions? So we spoke about the attendance, we spoke about how do we record eventually people, and how do we take recording, any recording, screenshots, and, you know, also when the people talking, so the audio recording or multimedia recording in the way I'm doing at the moment, I'm doing my screen or faces of the people, please be sure you ask for the consent of the people beforehand. Doesn't matter, your friends, your teacher, your boss, and so on and so forth. Okay, you don't do this without asking the people. It's kind of crime if you do it. Okay, if there are no more questions, of course, the Zoom, you could ask questions on Zoom. I might allow you, if you need, to show your screen on Zoom, and most of the time it's better, as you do, guys, you to start with microphone muted, so do not bother the other people. You're a very big class, you're 35 people, and me, myself here, also 36. It's a lot of people here online. So there is 3 dots there. If you would like, next to your name, I guess, or maybe, give me just a sec to see, maybe here, you're supposed to have, guys, here ways to, first of all, you have the chat. You could find out the chat, you could chat, as well as you could raise your hand. You could raise your hand, and you could also, yeah, here, somebody is asking me to join at the moment. Just a second, sorry. Okay, so at any point you could raise your hand, and I could, you know, give you, I could say your name and say, do speak, or please ask the question you want to ask. No problem for this. You could interrupt me at any point. So that's, I'm pretty sure you're already using about a month and a half, or no, it's even 2 months now, 2.5 months actually using Zoom. I'm pretty sure, guys, you already know how to do the thing. So if there are any questions, of course, please ask me or interrupt me at any point. Now, the next thing we need to do, as I showed, you just saw it, is the Microsoft Office. Now, you have it in my email. So if I open my email, here's the email to you. And it says here how to access the MS Teams account. Here it is. It says the MS Teams account, MS Teams account, you need to go to https://office.com. You use your user ID, which is your student ID when you were in the school. Well, that's your student ID. Well, if you forgot what is this when you've been in the school before, that was the number you were entering as username when you sit down on the computer in the class. That this user ID. Then you use this JetGMSW. .onmicrosoft.com. That's the domain they use for Microsoft uses CEGEP SW to allow us to access the Microsoft resource. As you see, also the password, the initial password is welcome one. It's supposed to ask you to change it. If it doesn't ask to change it, you might contact these guys here, support@matrixcollege.freshdesk.com, and ask them to give you a chance you to put your password again. They need to ask you then to change it. Okay, so that's one of the way. Now you could use this email if the welcome one doesn't work actually as well. Notice that welcome one always starts with W, capital. If you remember, that's the most common password we're using in school when they reset the passwords or they give you a password for any reason. So it's a very standard password people using in Indeed in CEGEP. Okay. Now, what I said here, it's true. Now, you might see me with this sign or maybe with the red sign here in Microsoft Teams, meaning that I'm kind of online, but I'm busy at the moment, or I just don't respond at the moment. Don't worry about this. Very soon it will be changed. Maybe I'm doing a class at the moment, or maybe I'm talking to another person. I'm waking up early in the morning and I'm going to bed not very, I'm going to bed actually very late. So most of the time during all the days, I'm sitting in front of my computer a lot of hours during all the 7 days. So for sure, if you have any questions, you might either send me a message and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, when you log into Microsoft Office, when you put office.com, the way I put it there, actually it will ask you then you guys to sign in. Actually, you're gonna get to Microsoft Office. So you're gonna see the Microsoft Office Online, Office 365. Okay. So it's not only the Office, obviously. It's not only Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, SharePoint. As you see also Teams. Sway is very nice way to use very similar thing as PowerPoint, but much more powerful. You guys are actually programmers, most of you. So you have some really nice features here at the end, which are basically for people who are programmers. Actually, they could automatize a lot of processes. When you click on all applications, you're going to see all the available applications under our subscription there. Here it is, all of this. Okay, so I would really encourage you today, guys. I'll give you some spare times all the time. So be sure you will go and check all of this, and you could see, of course, you could, they have very comprehensive help here, but as well as you could look for a third-party help by YouTube, going to YouTube to see what it is, or eventually to ask for, for some other things and to, in the internet, and find out documentation how this is done. Okay, now I would stress here for a couple of things. Excel, Excel is very, very powerful feature. Obviously, Microsoft Teams, which I'm going to work for this, which I'm going to show right away after. PowerPoint, of course, Microsoft Word, OneDrive, and OneNote. Now, most of the time, so in addition to OneNote, which I just showed it to you, and for my experience is the best one, note-taking software, you have Diagrams.net. You could create many, many diagrams. You could also download and use it on your computer, and so on and so forth. Once again, Excel, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, everybody knows how to use it. Now, speaking about very, very useful, we're going to use in the class right away, OneDrive is one of these applications. Now, OneDrive, is the shared storage which Microsoft gives for everyone. If you subscribe with Microsoft Hotmail address, you're going to have 5 gigabytes of OneDrive right away. Now, with this subscription, everybody has 1 terabyte of not 1 gigabyte, 1 terabyte of space. So you could put all of your stuff there. So that's what I did for my students from all of their classes. Indeed, I prepared all of everything what I had for now before in the college. I just copy and pasted it in OneDrive. And now If somebody needs to access it, very easy. I just go right click and I share it by copying the link which will be produced and giving to the students to use it. So be sure you will be logging to Microsoft, because otherwise you're not going to be able to access files which I will eventually provide you with on the OneDrive. Is that clear, guys? Is it clear how to log into your Office account? The last one which we're gonna start using right away is the Teams. And I'm gonna ask you guys, as soon as I finish with this short presentation of the Microsoft 365 Office, I will advise you guys to be sure everyone have access to Teams. Now, you have two types of access on Teams, as for most of the applications there. You have access online, which means you could access it from your phone, tablet, and so on and so forth, as well as you could download it on as an application. So to download it as an application, when you open it as a online part, you see here at the left down bottom, you see this small computer with a small arrow. Now I would suggest everybody to click on this, and actually it says, you see when you hover over it, it says download the desktop application. Be sure you're gonna download it as a desktop application, and then you're gonna log in with the same credentials you just used for the Office.com. And once it is done and you're logging, it will look like this. Okay, it will look like this. So I provided you already, guys, with the link. So let me just open again to show it to you. I provided you with the with the credentials for Office.com. I gave you the support email of the people who are working there in IT. So if they need to reset your password, once again, when you're asking them to reset your password, ask them to reset it in the way so you to choose your own password when you log in, and you have a link you just to access wherever I just showed. Okay, you to be able to access the Microsoft Teams. Once you access Microsoft Teams from the web interface, be sure you're going to go to the left down corner, click on this small icon which says download desktop application, and once you download the desktop application, log in again, and then start using it. Now, why we need to use it? Well, because if you contact me for any reason, I could organize groups here as in the web application as well, but I could share my screen with you, as well as I could allow you guys to share your screen with me. I could create groups, and I could ask you guys to work on groups, and I could share my screen with this group. I could speak with this group. We could exchange messages with these groups, and we could exchange private messages. We could use whiteboards and so on and so forth. Most of this thing we could use by Zoom, with exception with some of the crucial ones. That's why I'm asking you guys to have this application installed, as well as this thing is much more secure, and actually the quality is even better than what you use in Zoom. So in terms of using the Zoom, we always start our class from our Omnivox. We access our Zoom on time, and we stay all the time on Zoom, okay, until the class is over. We might communicate through Zoom. I might speak to everybody of you through Zoom. You might send me messages while we're in class through Zoom, but for people who would like to send me messages on if you want, I could actually switch and work with everyone through Microsoft Teams. But Zoom supposed to be on because that's the way. If you would like to ask me something, writing down a private message or a message to everyone, or asking me questions, you guys to use MS Teams. Okay, do it even during the class. Once again, don't stop your Zoom. You just mute it. Okay, don't stop Zoom. Use it during the whole classes. While the classes are active, starting 8:30, finishing 1 o'clock today, and the other days, up to your schedule there. but use Teams, Microsoft Teams, since it gives you much more flexibility, it gives you much more availability to do many other things, which okay guys, the next thing what we'll do, I mean, following my email here, now I provide you also with Miss Molly's email, so use it as a CC, please, when you're asking the IT guys to help you out. Okay. Once again, if it's asking you to request an access, just request it, and I will allow it to you, as I showed to, you know, which I did for your friends, as I showed you before. Here it is. So the next thing is to go and to subscribe to TACFP platform. Now it's a free platform available for all the teachers, mostly from French schools, but they allow also from any school actually, not only you know, secondary school, but also from universities and as well as from colleges, English speaking as well, to use it. Here, that's the TACFP. You go to tacfp.qc.ca. This is the platform, okay? And when you access it, actually it will look like this. When you access it, it will look like this. Okay, now you need to create your student ID, so you come here to the student, you put your first name, put your last name, use your email which you provided the school with, confirm the email. Now, very important, the username. Use your student ID. The way you're gonna use, I mean, whatever you were using in school when you log into the computers, and which I told you, you guys to use as a first part when you're accessing the Office 365. Okay, use this one here. That's very important. Create a password and confirm the password. Keep in mind they have a little bit tough way to reset passwords, meaning they will send you an email with a password, and you need to use this password, and afterwards you need to change it. It's a little bit longer procedure than normal. Then you click register, and you will be registered in the platform. Indeed, you're gonna see it like I'm gonna see it now when I log in actually. So I'm gonna log in, and actually you're gonna see what I'm gonna see now. Now, accept the picture which I put it afterwards, and accept the courses which I already added. You're gonna see here empty space, but you're gonna see the profile and everything is written here, courses and so on and so forth. Now, maybe some of the things here will be missed as well, because you're not teacher, you know, it's not teaching profile, it's a student profile, but it will be very similar. Now, everybody is here, yes. Okay, once you log in, to find out the course, you need to come to the section. Well, by the way, if for any reason you created your account with another username, not with the username which I asked you to do, where it says profile, it's just beneath the picture where it's supposed to be. You go to edit profile and click on edit profile. As soon as you change wherever I just showed it to you here with the platform, wherever the student ID stays, you go at the bottom. Now, this is where you're gonna change your password. If they send you a password one day, if you forgot your password, they will send you, as I mentioned, their own password. You're gonna be able to log in with their password, and then if you would like to use something else, you put their password here in the profile section, and then you create your new password and you do save settings. In that case, you just need to put your new username, to go to the bottom and click save settings. Okay? As soon as you do this, don't forget to log out. Don't forget to log out and to use your new username. And if you haven't changed your password, use your old password and to log in again. Okay? So that's the way you guys could change your username. That's why I'm spending so much time. I want everyone to have here his or her username as your student ID. I needed this for specific. Be sure you're going to change your username if it's not done properly. It's supposed to be your student ID. Okay? Now, to find out the course, you go a little bit below where it says courses, and you click on the course catalog. Once again, if you need to wait a little bit, just wait a little bit. No problem for this. So once you see the search bar here, what you need to write down is multimedia. You just write down multimedia, and then you click on the search button on the left side. And you just wait again. When you see the course, guys, that's an important part. Now, since I'm logged in, I don't see here anything. I see already subscribed. That's what I see. Now, since you haven't been logged in, you're going to see here on the right side, top, bottom right side, you're going to see a green button to subscribe. So click on this green button to subscribe. Once again, here it is. Now, it will look a little bit differently once again, and you're going to find out here green button. Okay, there will be a green button there, and which will say subscribe. Once this is done, you could click on my courses. But be sure, it might take a little bit of time. Be sure first you're going to see this message on the top. Then you just click my courses, and then you're going to see the course. Again, you're going to see only this course because you subscribe only to this one. So if you would like to do the thing within the multimedia, you need to click on it. And you're going to access the multimedia. Okay? What you will see as students actually will be this thing when you log in. So you will see this thing. You will see all the multimedia, content you're gonna go through. Now, that's not the root of your course. So if you would like to go to the first page of your course or the root of the course, you need actually to go here on the top left corner where it says multimedia, and you need to click on it. And then you're gonna see what actually have access for this course. Now, the video conference is very nice tool. We could do exactly what we do with MS Teams and Zoom, even more stuff than Zoom. It's supported by the platform itself. Initially, we used it before Zoom and before MS Teams. Agenda is very nice. You could put your agenda here, your personal agenda related to all the courses, and you could actually have your course and the other courses followed here if you want, of course. That's up to you guys. Notebook, if you would like to take some notes, they will stay online and you could use them while you're in the course. Learning path is when you click on the learning path, that's what will actually start when you start the course. That's how you're going to see the course. That's what I just showed it to you. Once again, if you would like to go to the first page, always click on the multimedia. Now, Dropbox is very, very important. When you click on the Dropbox, there are two icons here. First icon you could organize. Well, the second icon, I could add a new folder. You see, if you hover over it, it will show it to you what it is. So basically, you could organize your work in a folder if you want. Now, the most important one is the first one, share the new file. You click on this one, and you will be provided with this type of screen. Now, why I say sharing new file? Well, during the course, I will ask you indeed, you guys, to do some things there. So the course is organized. If I need to go and to show it to you how it is organized, actually, let me come here. I'm going to skip the first part. I'll go to the second lecture here, which says about the text. So most of the time, what you have, you go and click on this, and you watch the movie, and you see most of the explanation for the course. Sometimes you have a second movie, maybe third one you to watch. Okay, maybe it's not necessarily to watch it the same day, of course. That's we're gonna speak through the chapter. We're gonna discuss how many days you're gonna need to go through the chapter. Sometimes it will be a couple of weeks. So don't start right away. Go through the chapter, see the slides, watch the movie several times. If you have question, ask. Let's discuss some stuff and so on and so forth. Don't go right away to the test. Now, the test actually will prepare you. It's kind of review to your final theoretical exam, which will be on the last day of the course. We're going to discuss this the next step. So when you go to the last day of the course, you're going to have a final theoretical exam. And all of these chapters, which you have here, basically will have these tests there. Okay? It will have all of these chapters starting from text to video. They will have all of these tests there as a review. so you guys to prepare and to be able to do the test properly. Now they will be they won't be the same. They won't be the same questions, but they will be very similar. Okay. So as well as the tests you could do as many times as you want. Okay, you could do it once, two, three, 100 times. That's whatever you want. The project, though, I'm not gonna mark you on the tests. The project will be marked. So let me go also to the portion where your course plan is. So I'm gonna open the total online. Of course, you could see it when you come here on the Omnivox, and when you navigate to your page. I mean, I'm showing you me as teacher, but for sure when you go there, you're gonna be able to see yours. Okay, it's supposed to be there, so you're gonna find out the course plan. And in the course plan, indeed, will be set exactly where will be your final exam will be. Yeah, that's exactly your plan, actually. Here it is. I'm opening it online. Here it is. It says you have 75 hours. It says how you guys to contact me. Mio, and in MS Teams, you see, it's written here in clear text. Mio just for administrative things. Like you said to Miss Molly and to the IT guys, you said you sent a message through Mio, let's say. That's the proper way to do it. If you would like to advise me that you're going to be late, that's Mio. But if you would like to discuss your project stuff, your marks and stuff like that, well, please use MS Teams. Okay? Please use MS Teams for this. It's much faster. And we could speak right away. You could find me out online all the time. You don't need to wait until the end of the next class. Okay? And most importantly, when the course is finished, you're gonna do it. So this is the content, and actually what is in the content, what we're gonna do. This is how the chapters are organized. And when you go a little bit down, here it is. You have 4 assignments that exactly follows here. They exactly follow the chapters. So I have the text. They exactly follow. You have the text, you have the sound, you have the images, you have animation and video in one. Okay. So here are the 4 assignments, and there are specific days you need to finish it. You're gonna find out this for sure when you go here in Omnivox and you go and navigate wherever it says here. For sure, most probably you're gonna have your schedule. Actually, when you go here to the assessment summary, when you go, you're gonna see how the assessments are organized and which are the date. So the date will be here. It says here on the top, June 21, July 5th, July 19th, and August 16th. And August 23rd, which is our last day, will be final theoretical exam. Now, don't ask me, guys, from this moment on. When it says June 21, that means 11:59 p.m. on June 21. If you send it to me 1 minute after the midnight, which is already June 22nd, you're going to be marked 0. Okay, so be sure, don't ask me for this, just be sure you're going to send on time. You could send it a couple of days before this. You're going to realize you have a lot of time free. You see, the first assignment is on June 21. June 21, it will be on text. That's the second chapter. So you have literally 17 days to prepare. 17. That's almost 3 weeks. Okay? So we have 3 weeks to go through chapter 1 and 2. And chapter 1, we're going to almost finish today. Almost. Let's say the next day we're going to finish in 2. Okay? But that's all. And everything else you're going to use for chapter 2nd, which is the assignment 1 due. Is that clear, guys? So organize your work by watching this thing and go through slowly through the chapters, through all the exercise. Do the exercises as many times as you want, okay? As many times as you feel like comfortable, and to start understanding. Ask me, guys, ask me. That's why I'm giving you MS Teams. You could send me messages all the time. If I'm not available, I'll give you an answer wherever I am. That's why I'm giving you this. On Zoom, I'm not all the time there. Okay? Send me messages. speak with me, discuss things which you don't understand. So let's learn the thing in the easy way. You have 17 days to the next, to the first assignment to be done, and let's do it. Okay, it's easy like this. Is that clear, guys? Awesome. If it's clear, that's how we're gonna do it. So the project, once again, when you see a project, that's something which you need to do on a specific date, which is written in your Omnivox. You're gonna find it, okay, wherever. I mean, I don't know how it looks in yours, but for sure you see this thing in a specific way. You could see it on your course plan. You could go to the distributed documents, course outline, and you could download it, and everything is there. You're gonna see what I'm seeing exactly here. Here also is explained about the latency. I see people, and I saw now people coming in and out, and I mark them absent 1 hour. I check when I finish talking about this, and I mark them another hour. And you know the college is very, very rigorous now with the 20% of missing. So if you have 20% of missing hours, which are 15 hours on the 75 hours you have as a course, you will be in trouble, guys. I'm telling you. I'm not gonna do any exceptions. Any exception I will do. It's online course. If you have problem, let me know. Let's work on fixing the problem. Let me know through me also to be official. But if you're just coming in and coming out, I will mark you all the time 1 hour. I mean, don't test me. I'll do it. I'll do it because you guys are supposed to be on class. There is no exceptions for this. There are no exceptions.
On the course plan.
Once again, follow your plan. Whatever is written in your plan, that's what it is. When I'm talking about the projects in TACFP, like this one, if you click on the test where it says, you're going to see how the project looks. There are a couple of projects within a project, actually, what you need to do. Okay, here it is. Now, actually, I start doing something here. Let me delete it. Now, there are a couple of ways you could prepare your work. Either you could put it here and you could submit. So you save and continue when you put something, like you write down a text, the same way what I did here. You could create a table. Here it is. You need to say how many rows, how many columns, and then you fulfill whatever is here. With tab key, you move and it's easy like this. You could put pictures. So to put a picture here, click on this icon. Any icon you go and hover over it, it will give you what it is about. So it says URL and browse the server. So when you click on browse the server, actually you're going to access the server of these guys there. You're going to be able, I'm not sure on which on these folders, you're going to be able to create subfolders. Let's say this one. Right click and you could create a subfolder. On the one you're not able to, it won't give you this choice. So when you click new folder, you put here your name. So in my case, I'll put mine. Okay, and then you just click twice on this folder and you're there. So now if you need to send a picture, a common way to do pictures is maybe using the snipping tool. There's the snipping tool. When you use the snipping tool, it looks like this. Okay. Actually, what I show here on the top, so all the students to see it better, is called a taskbar. So when I open the snipping tool, it will be appearing here on the taskbar. So I could go right click on it and say, in my case, it's already pinned to the taskbar. So for you, it will say pin. So you just click on it, and when you close it, actually, it will be still on the taskbar. So it's a kind of shortcut on your taskbar, you guys, to access it fastly. So you click new, and by default, it's giving you a rectangle zone. You could make a screenshot of. Here it is. You just do it like this. Then you click save, and you could save this with any name on your desktop, let's say. So you put it on your desktop, you close it, and here it is. The picture just appeared here. Okay, so what you do after this, when you go to you be sure that you are in your folder. You click twice to be sure in the folder. Just drag and drop it in the folder. Here it is. You click twice, and the picture, you see the preview, so you could change some stuff here. Border, you could put alignments and so on and so forth. You could put an alternate text to see. You could do a different link and so on and so forth. So you click OK, and the picture indeed You see the picture indeed will be here, entered into your thing. Okay, you could put the same way. You could put the same way links. Here it is. Here's the link. If I'm interested in something, I could come here. I could copy the link. Would go back there. You see how it is now. When I put the link, actually it will decide is it HTTP or HTTPS. It will change it automatically. It will leave just the URL here. You could put the display text here, wherever it is. Again, target. You could say how to open a new window, pop-up window, and so on and so forth. You could do many stuff, your programmers, guys. I'll say OK, and the link will be there. Here it is. If I click on this link, actually it will send me there. Now there is a very cool function. You're gonna see it most probably on some of the windows. There will be also you're gonna be able to access the code. You see body, it says here. When I click on the body, well, it will show me what is the body. When I click on the paragraph, it will show me where is the paragraph and so on and so forth. So basically, on some of them US programmers, you will be able actually to manipulate a little bit the code. Okay, so you could also paste from Word. You could bold the stuff. If you would like to see your project in big screen, here it is how you do it, and you just click on the same icon and you come back. So once it's done, actually don't forget to click save and continue. Now on this what I'm recording now, keep in mind what I'm gonna say now is very important. It's a free site we use. It's very stable. It's working very nice. I'm using it for more than 7 years now. No problems at all. But it's free. Sometimes bad things happen. Okay. So before put stuff here in this window here, well, open a text file or open a Word file and put these things inside. And then you just copy and paste them here. It's much more secure. You have it on your computer. If I was you, actually, I would create at least one copy, at least one backup on a USB key, let's say. Because, you know, you're spending some time working on this thing. I mean, it's waste if your computer just crashed today or the site crash and you lose work you work for a month and you need to do it for 2 days. I mean, it's very, very tough. So I'm saying and I'm recording this, so you're going to hear it when you watch the movie. Again, please, everything what you're going to work, do it on your computer and do a backup immediately in a separate USB, separate hard drive, on cloud. Well, you have the cloud, you have 1 terabyte. Just put it here. Okay, it's just drag and drop. Here how it is. If I open this folder, I just gonna drag and drop this thing and it's there. Here it is. It is there and it's protected. Microsoft, you never will lose. Google, you know, Amazon, never you will lose your job there. It's easy like this. Just drag and drop and you have a copy. And actually, indeed, you could work from this copy now. Okay, it's not necessary to be on your computer here. Okay, so this is how it is. Okay, now when you put everything what's interesting for you, say save and continue, and then you go and do for the next one. You go and do for the next one, and so on and so forth. As soon as you could go here, if you don't like something now, you could delete it. You could put something new. Don't forget to click save and copy. And once again, first do it somewhere else where that will be your master. From this master, you put wherever you want to put here to me. Okay? So you could delete it many times. Just save and copy. When you see this blue disk, it's fine. If you see a red cross here, that means you need to do it again. So that means you need to log out of the platform. You need to log in. Most probably you have been logging due to inactivity. You don't see it yet, but your work is not there. So keep in mind, is it a blue diskette or a red cross here? If it's a red cross, you need just to copy and paste the things again after log out and log in back again. That's how it works. That's one of the ways, which is the preferred way you guys to do your projects. Now, if some project doesn't allow you, if you have movies there, if you have something which doesn't allow you to put it there, well, it's better than all of screenshots, the movies you're gonna create, maybe projects and stuff like that. It's very, very nice. Then you guys to organize your thing in your desktop like this. And after this, what you do, you create a folder on your desktop and you call it, let's say, project 4. Don't forget to put your name. Put your student ID if you have the same name as somebody else in the class. Even though if you don't have it, put your student ID. And actually what you do, you start organizing your work inside. Now, don't forget, if you have movies, if you have any work, there will be a lot of things inside. Don't forget to put number. So this is the second thing which I need to look for. Put it inside. If you need in this folder to create subfolders, well, be my guest. It's very easy. New folder, and that will be something sub-project, let's say. Maybe you need. Just organize it in the way so the person, me, when I start checking, to be just a second to open and to check it, or less than a minute. You're 35 people, right? I have more classes. You know, it's almost 1,000 people are working in any moment. So let's do it. Me too. Do not spend too much time checking this to be able to sit. So organize your work in a way you want to receive something and to understand what's going on. Okay, this is the common rule I would suggest you guys to use. Okay, now once this is done, you just right click on this, open 7-zip. If you don't have it, the installation is less than 30 seconds. You just download 7-zip. Then you click add to archive. By default, it will give you right away the same name. If here the archive format is something different than zip, it will work, but it's common people to use zip. Compression level, you could use anything. Ultra is best. Don't choose anything else, just click OK. The created zip file will be created here on the desktop. And actually then what you do, you go to the root of your course, clicking. So that's how you go out of a chapter. When you are in a chapter, you go on the left corner here, top on the hamburger-like menu, you click on it, go to the small house. Now it will bring you to your lectures here, and we said if you would like to go to the first page, you need to go on the left corner again here and click on the multimedia. And then you're gonna see the Dropbox. Click on the Dropbox, click on the first icon, share a new file. It says nothing selected, so you have a drop down here. You click on it. Now I see all of my students. Okay, well, I see my students because I'm the teacher. When you click here, you're gonna see only my name. Okay, you're not gonna see your colleague's name. So it's very easy. I'll choose Ajay in this case. Now it's not me. I'll click on Ajay's name, like on a same goes down if you're gonna click. Here it is the check mark, and it will appear the drop down zone. So you just take the zip file, you drag and drop it, and it's there. And your project has been submitted to me. If you need to submit it again, no problem. Drag and drop it again. So if I need to check this, I'll go to multimedia, me as teacher now. I will navigate to the bottom of my screen. I'll go to reporting. Okay, I will go to reporting. On the reporting, I'm going to see all the information which I need. And I could see everybody, how many times they submit, and so on and so forth. So you see, I see your login. That's why I ask you guys to log in. By the way, if it's giving you that the username already has been taken, do as this user, Amanpreet Kaur, did. Put a 0 at the end. If it still gives you a message that your student ID has been taken, well, put another 0. So do zeros at the end until it says no more that there is duplication of your user ID. But the login is supposed to look like this, not like this. Okay, the login is supposed to look like this. That's your username. So when I go here and when I see about this person, here it is. I see everything. I see the IP addresses you're accessing. I see how many times you did exercise. I see what exactly you did, guys. So, very card. So what you need to do here is your first name, surname, your home address, which is supposed to be from Montreal. City obviously is supposed to be in the area of the Great Montreal area, and the postal code supposed to be this. Province supposed to be Quebec. As you see, you cannot change this thing. And the phone, which most probably is your cellular phone, supposed to be also within the area. That's the must. You're supposed to be resident in the Montreal big area within Quebec. Okay. Well, you're supposed to be within Quebec to be able to access. Now, after this, I'm not having exact, I didn't do it online for me, But what I heard from the other students, it will take about a couple of hours. You're going to receive one email, and then you're going to receive another email. And basically what you're going to receive, what you need to do is to write down in your browser when you receive the last email, actually, is BANQ, which stands for the Bibliothèque et Archives Nationales de Québec, and then Linda. You're going to click connection. You will accept the agreement. I'm going to